How are you? Beautiful?
I'm good. I'm Lydia, and I just met Carrie Ann, and I'm really glad I bumped into her because now I'm gonna follow all her adventures and just be a bit more aware of the beautiful energies that we all share in the end.
That's right. And one thing that you got from me today that you'd like to...
Your vibes.
Hey, too good. Well, you enjoy yourself on grandmother's ground, all right? And family.
I enjoy more now.
Yeah, enjoy family. Remember, I'm Hernandez. We family. Don't forget that, all right? You take care, love.
Children of the earth.
Yeah, children.
Nice to meet you.
You take care. I will see you. Be well. All right then. Take care too. All the way from Germany, we got Lulu, who's Katja Gross, and she's sovereign too, and she lives here, but she's from Germany. Yeah, we say Lulu, we gave her that name, Whale Dreaming. So did I. See, now you happy? Too good, I like to see my nephew smile and my nieces. So you guys be well, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you take care now.
Drive safe.
I will. I travel.
You are a traveler.
Different. Driving is when you have a license. It's words, spells. Cast the right spell, you get everything back. That's why they teach us spelling in schools. English has no roots. It's created by Latin. You know all that, eh? See? Too good. Take care now. And look up and...
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Be well. See, I just can't help myself. We're gonna go through now with the sunset. So yeah, I was just sharing with those young people to, everything on the new level, and Spanish, and we've got Spanish heritage too, which is Fernandez, which comes from the Hernandez family, the great Fernando, and just really lovely to connect in with the young people, like I'm connecting with my kids and telling them all the same thing. So it's beautiful. Now we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the ranch. Yeah, the digital systems on the cars. If I don't cruise with and take it for a spin, then the battery gets flat, so it's not good. All that stuff. And this looks like my mother's broom here. Looks like, but it's not. So yeah, I'm gonna cruise down and go back home, back to my mom's place. I really appreciate the time I've spent there and with my mom and my family, and to be able to withstand all that old energy. It's really good, and leave my old self on that level. And I'm nearly cleared. The glass is nearly cleared off me, so I'm just nearly cleared in my nose, so she can see. I have to a little bit in my eyes and my eyelash and around my cheeks where I've got these like kind of waves, so it looks like scales. But it's amazing, the glass, and it's not just glass, it can go like plasma, it's just and plasma, and I'm not scared of it because I'm plasma. I'm all these things, and I trust in myself, and I trust in who I am in my evolution to clear myself, I guess. So it's good. So yeah, when I was sharing a little bit of the police that came to the front house here, because they're just 24/7. I just said, to my cousin, just shut the water hole down. It's just, and just listening to just people fight and just talk really bad and just that really negative energy. And I just said, that's enough on my grandmother's ground. And you have respect for yourself and for all of us. You tell me that you got big responsibility. Well, be a good example and set a better example for the kids. And I was just telling her really, because I just had enough. And then she called the cops on me. She called the cops on me. And hello, how are you?
Hello.
And this house here in front, it's just the only party house. Everyone else, like Rowena, is doing well in the back house there, and I got Auntie Jerry here in the front house. And it was just interesting that black fellas decide to call the cops on me because they felt that they could use that and take advantage and be corrupt, and use and abuse the system. Well, it's like my sister said, when we called the whole of government and the Prime Minister and Cabinet on the ground in 2004 and had the main people who were there with me, my second elder sister, Davina, who said that every time I come back, I change. Well, she said it's like this, you call the cops, you get raped, and then you call the cops, and the cops get here and you get raped by the cops. So it was interesting. And they couldn't help themselves. Anything to come in for Mr. Smith to come through, again, and come and disturb Ms. Cox's peace. So and I knock on the door, and my nephew's there, and I knock on the door, and I just stood where the screen door. We just got some new security screen doors, so that's good. They can't just, well, they won't anyway, because I will kind of read this out as well to you when I get out of the car. And you're not you to use these things proper way, because they'll get you. And the same with black magic. People use black magic all the time to get away with stuff, and it comes back around to them. And we've had men sing young women. We've had old mans with with big mob young girls with their wives and all that stuff. I mean, it's not something not new. People say said and what's happening at the top is happening down the bottom, and it needs to be addressed. And like I said to my mum, like some of us got to be the bigger people who've done the work, so we're not triggered, so we can respond and start to clear all this that couldn't be cleared by our parents and our grandparents' side, and by the Prime Minister and everybody else that we'd hoped for. So they called the cops on me, and I can hear them still, but at least they've settled a little bit because they've seen me in action, and I think they're a little bit scared. I'll say, oh, who's she? She's like, So call the cops here, and then they're saying, we just got a report from the front house for dispute. And I said, there's no dispute. It's that this is my grandmother's ground, and I'm the gardener, caretaker of the garden here, and you're not here 24/7, and it doesn't work. These things don't work, and I'm here to lay down the law and to do it in a way. What I say goes, and things will move from the ground upwards. Enough's enough, and I have the right to say that because it's been a long time coming, and there's just been too much violence and bad stuff just being allowed to just be acceptable. So I called it for what it is, and they're like, well, yes, we hear you that, and but that's her house, and she has the right, and I'm like, she has the right, and I think I cut off. He was the one who spoke to me had no hair. He was some clean shaved, so I couldn't help myself when I met them. It was like, oh, hello, Boldy. It's good. I'm glad that I'm having fun and being funny about these things, and and I just pretty much told them what's going on, and I said, you're not here 24/7, and there's violence and a lot of bad stuff happening all the time, and it's really hard to sleep. And well, that's all right. Mum and Rowena and Auntie Jerry also rang up the head office, because you don't just ring up the local office because it's just pathetic. So just go to the main one. That's why I went to the Prime Minister and to the main one, the Queen, the Pope, all your big shots up there that think you're deadly, but not here on the ground working with us. And that's all I wanted it at the end. So I know what I know, and I know what I need to do now in the way, and I know how to move through it with my own people who, the administration's easy, but when you make big calls and you have all your mob just come at you and they, calling you witchy woman and a devil, and they're reflecting all the disgustingness and bad behavior and practice onto you, it's and it's the first time coming, can be a big one, and you got the Prime Minister and Cabinet and Mrs. Smith and everybody else coming at you. So being sued for $12 million for the second defendant on behalf of the people. That's in the end active case. It's not completed. So anyway, it's completed now, and everything shall come back to me. And all my energies and what I've lost, I will gain even more so. Mabu, thank you. So when he said that, he said, it pretty much, just dismissing it to pretty much say that, I'm being the one penalized here for standing my ground with these people here, these really bad people with bad behavior and practice, and are broken because that was not passed down to them. They were past brokenness and being sweared at and not looked after and neglectful and yes, like family breakup, mom and dad breakup, all those things, and most probably got abused, sexually abused, whatever, there's predators everywhere, even the family is just having a reflection of how you're going to maneuver in the community and in your town, knowing your own family members have this really bad form because that's what happened to them when they were small, right? So so that really got the fire inside of me. The volcano started to erupt, and I just went in, and I was just like, okay, and I just pretty much just said to them, you need to start doing your job, and you need to clean the ice off the street, and you need to clear all the traffickers and child abuse and all that stuff. Oh, and I guess too that your boss is the one who's most probably bringing in the ice. So you tell your boss. Now Slate not here. I think he gone home.
He gone?
Yeah, getting late now. You guys gotta go home. Don't go home. My nana and my grandpa used to say, don't go home when the sun goes down. Go home before the sun goes down, okay? Come on now. Good bubbies. I'll wait. Hold on. I'll just see. Oh, look there. Okay, leave it. Don't touch it. You got sand everywhere. Anyway, little kids. They're looking for Slate. So, I pretty much said that. And I'm saying yes. And I said, and if you don't do your job, then you're going to get the check, all right? Because we don't need your mob. It doesn't work anymore. And I remember that Boldy, Nana said, all right, Boldy, next time I might see you if you got a bit of hair. Anyway, don't get me started. It's like, and and I said, and your boss and everybody else, land grab and whatever you're doing to complicate stuff, you grab all that stuff and all that bad behavior and practice, and you take it on your ships and you get out of here. If you can't. Been a long time coming. 2004, peoples. So that's how it is, okay? And so they were leaving, and I'm most probably to check. Check to see where I'm at, and I think they were a bit stunned. They were out there in the driveway for a couple of minutes, and then they took off, and I went back into my room. I can hear everything where I am in the room. I can hear people in the front, and I hear people spilling over from the back, and yeah. And I think it was like maybe 15 minutes later, they came back, and I can hear them go to the front house and talk with them and saying, "Oh no, what's that lady?" And it's like, "What lady?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm just checking in to make sure that lady there that you had a dispute with is not here." And it's like, and I could hear them, and I sang out from my room because it's quiet, and it's quiet and echoey. You can hear everything, and I just said, I'm listening from inside my room. Okay. Thank you very much. And he said, yeah, black fella's called the cops. Cops on another black fella. Too funny, black fellas. Yeah, too funny, black fellas, black fellas, white fellas, yellow fellas, red fellas. Doesn't matter which color, Yeah, not racist. I just like good people, and to be with good people, I walk with people just because you're black or whatever little separation flock crowd that you belong to. Yes, I was like, oh yeah, black fellas call the cops on me. Black fellas want to put all their bullshit on me, and and their bad behavior and their abuse and their child abuse and the neglect and all the secrets exposed. And that's just not just our story here, that's your story, that's everybody's story everywhere. So don't even go there and just talk about the Hollywood people and all those people up there. What goes up must come down, and it's down the bottom here too, so it will be cleaned up. 'Cause we ain't doing this the next cycle, right? No, we're not. So yeah, that little boldy cop, he was horrified that I actually said, yeah, you if you don't do your job, you get the sack, all right? And remember your boss and all you people who are bringing in all this shit and allowing all this bad old program and all that to go. It's time to leave. It's time to leave. Our children are sacred, and I'm sacred, and my inner child is sacred. Mabu. Well, since that day, these mob been very, very quiet. They're most probably wondering who I am. Never met a black fella deal with a cop that way and not get dealt with. So that's what happened inside to black fellas who call the cops on black fellas. So that's all bullshit story. Black fellas say. So anyway, it's like I tell my little sister, I'm sorry, but I'm not racist. Thank you. I'm a beautiful frequency, lovely frequency, sweet song, having a human experience, happy being me, and I'm so proud of myself on how far I've come, and that I'm happy and I'm good, and I'm clean. The crown to the roots, roots to crown, crown to roots, roots to crown, crown to roots, roots to crown. Sky to earth, earth to sky, sky, earth, earth, sky, sky, earth, earth, sky. I am.